Hey Virgo, welcome to 8 of Cups Tarot and welcome to your cards for September. Happy birthday, Virgo. I hope that you're able to enjoy your birthday a little bit. I know it's amazing. I was thinking back to when the whole lockdown thing started for us in the US. My son's birthday was towards the end of March. And I thought to myself, wow, that's really sad that his birthday is being affected. And then as I went down the list all these months, and yet we are still somewhat unable to celebrate, which means that we have to focus on, being our own celebration, being in our own light, and especially as the sun makes its way to its solar placement, whether you're a Virgo sun or it touches your moon or your ascendant, there is a vitality that comes. There is a renewal, a push. So ironically, Virgo, you are coming out this month as the Hanged Man. So as the sun begins to trigger you and awaken you, you still feel stuck in an energy, stuck like you're still learning this lesson. Something isn't quite moving the way that you had hoped it would. You are stuck in a state of suspension. Oddly enough, oftentimes the Hanged Man energy occurs when things are just simply out of our control. You may be waiting on something to happen at work, waiting for something to happen within a relationship, and it seems to be the other people, right? The other pieces of the puzzle that aren't quite ready to make that move, to make that decision. And the Hanged Man can be frustrating, and it could make us a little bit nervous and antsy. But yet clearly there's nothing that you can do at this time that's going to make that Hanged Man situation change. Also, I like when I see this Hanged Man card, there's always a light near the head, meaning this is a time of enlightenment, a time to see things from a different perspective. The Hanged Man is sometimes a blessing. There may be things that Virgo really wants to accelerate, and due to other circumstances that are out of their control, things don't move the way that they want them to. Yet this time is a gift. This time is doing something for you that you will probably not see anytime soon, but one of those moments when you look back and you will say, thank goodness things didn't fold out the way I wanted them to. Maybe I didn't know the things I needed to know. Maybe I wasn't going about things with the correct intentions. And so the Hanged Man is a blessing. He comes out underneath the card of 55, Snake Spirit, time to heal. See, the thing about this Hanged Man is the sun triggers kind of your ego. You may begin to wonder why other people aren't believing in you, other people aren't investing in you at this time. 55, my 5 cards, the number 5, always feels noisy. It always feels like being provoked. Maybe your ego is being provoked a little bit. And maybe where you're feeling annoyed or frustrated or provoked throughout the month is pointing to areas that maybe you still have some healing to do. The snake spirit can bite. There's things that people might say or do or act in a certain manner that really irks you. Even things that they're doing, things that you're seeing playing out in other people. Maybe You're seeing instability, you're seeing flakiness in others, and it's really bothering you. And yet the universe wants you to look deeper at that and say, why? Why does that bother you? Why is that provoking you? Is it maybe something that you are doing yourself that you don't see? Is it mirroring? Is it, there's all sorts of ways to really look at why we are being so bothered by other people's energy, other people's thoughts. Oracle card coming out under that: true healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. There's a lot of checking of the ego right now, Virgo, specifically for you. As the sun enters Virgo season, it gets closer and closer to that opposition with Neptune. There's a lot of spiritual healing, spiritual insight that can come from this, a higher knowing that comes with this energy. And so you might feel this tremendous pressure to move things along to the next level. And yet there is a need to kind of surrender the ego, surrender the attachment to whatever it is that you want so badly. Your environment card is that of 8 of Pentacles. And this is one of my favorite cards in this deck because I feel like this person is in their power. Now, 8 represents transformation. Pentacles are our security, our foundation. Maybe you have planted the seeds to start your own business, to move in your own individual direction. Maybe you are planting the seeds for what you feel is going to be a new home life, a new foundation in your home, moving in with somebody, kind of those building blocks to what is the next step? Where are we going from here? Where is this journey taking us? But 8 of Pentacles is also very 3D earthy energy. So I see that as expecting or waiting to see the fruition of your results. What is the fruition, the return on your hard work? There's pressure in this 8 of Pentacles. And yet clearly this woman looks very confident, working her magic, kind of the alchemy of putting all of the pieces and parts together. And I think it could work on 2 different octaves, in the 3D world. The idea of kind of getting lost in your work, in your day-to-day, keep on pushing, keep on trucking, doing the things that you know will bring you progress. The little things that you do that bring you closer to a goal. That is your environment in September. So it is not growth, leaps and bounds of growth, but it is more like the seeds are starting to show leaves. There's hope, even in the stagnation. 8 of Pentacles comes out on top of card number 26, Flamingo Spirit. Embrace the in-between. This time of non-movement is a gift. There are other things you need to focus on at this time. You could really get lost and make progress in your work, in your creative projects. If there is a delay in a relationship or a delay in starting your own business, the things that you are tending to now, maybe you're tying up an old job or an old project. Maybe there's some loose ends in a relationship that need to be taken care of before it can move to the next level. If you're looking at purchasing a new home, maybe this month is more about getting your home in order so that you can sell it. It's the little things that you're going to do this month that is going to be returned to you in the end. It's very important to see where you're putting your energy, what you're focusing on, because the results will be there regardless. So what do you want it to be? Do you want it to be something that you're growing out of love, out of a solid foundation, or do you want it to be something that's somewhat unstable. You know, the bread has to be in the oven for so long before it's ready to come out. There's no rushing this process at this time. Beneath that is the Oracle card. When your stuff gets hit, let go right then, because it will be harder later. Deal with these little things as they come. I get the sense of clearing out clutter in your life. Maybe Virgo's really making progress in tackling that whole procrastination. You know, I don't know. I feel like this is a time where Virgo's starting to get really organized. Maybe one part of your life seems like the unknown and it causes a lot of anxiety. But there's another part of your life that's making steady progress. You're learning these lessons. And as soon as they come up, you don't take them as a personal attack, right? If somebody points out a mistake that you make at work, you're more willing, or it would benefit you, to look at it as an opportunity to learn and to grow from the situation, instead of taking it like somebody saying, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough to do this job. I think Virgo's reckoning with their need for perfection at this time. The need to control and be prepared for all of this stuff when there's simply no way to always be prepared. Life teaches us through these little lessons, and we get to choose how we look at them. They're not failures. They're opportunities for growth, right? Now getting into your 9-card block, we have the High Priestess, the 5 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. This is where the universe wants you to get into that intuition, that Neptune across from your sun or your moon or your ascendant, bringing illumination to illusions, fantasies in our minds, fears. You know, Neptune can be really positive, spiritual enlightenment, or it could be a really nasty trip down some dark paths where we're shown our fears and how we operate because of them. Your High Priestess, it will serve you to your highest good, to search for the deeper meanings, to allow that left creative side of you, that receiving mode where you're more open to spirit, allow that to lead you this month. And let go of the need to control your desires, to want what you want and when you want it. High Priestess, 5 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Your mind may be a dangerous place this month if you allow it. Now, the underall energy is that of the 7 of Swords. This is self-sabotage mode. This is where we allow those thoughts to creep in. Thoughts of, maybe this isn't moving because they don't think I'm qualified enough for this job. Maybe this person isn't wanting to deepen a commitment with me because they think I'm not good enough, because they think I'm not capable. This is Saturn energy. We're coming up around a time when Mars is making a really critical square to Saturn. And this voice in your head, Virgo, is going to tell you, you are not good enough. It's never going to happen. That is your Neptune opposition, where you have to overcome those negative voices in your head and trust the universe. You have to know yourself enough to not take things personally. Know the difference between your ego, because your ego will tell you all the reasons why this will never work out. Why this person is going to walk away from you, why you can't rely on this, why you are sometimes drawn to be the victim in situations where people take you for granted and leave you high and dry, those thoughts could make you really push a situation that is unfolding organically at this time. See, the High Priestess comes above the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles is moving very slowly towards this Four of Pentacles, a foundation, a commitment, a marriage, a new partnership being formed, a business contract of some sort. And look at all of the anxiety around waiting for the communication, waiting for the truth. Am I the one? Will I get the job? Is this going somewhere? The Knight of Pentacles is going to move slowly. And it's going to make you nervous. It's going to provoke you. Queen of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. You are wanting and desiring movement at this time, and yet the Knight of Pentacles is just not ready. Now here's the thing. This Knight of Pentacles is moving. And it is moving towards everything that you want and desire, the outcomes that you desire. But it's going to be at his time and at his pace. However, the Hermit card in the center of the reading, your energy in reverse, means that right now the outcome of this situation relies on your ability to trust your intuition, to be patient. If you are coming at this like the clock is ticking, forcing a decision, forcing communications, they probably won't go the way you hoped. But if you are willing to stay open, as you open, the Knight of Pentacles softens. He becomes more open to this possibility. If you're coming at somebody with demands and conditions, they will back away. But if you are open to allow the universe, allow other people's free will to choose you, well then, Queen of Wands, you'll stand in your power. You see, a Virgo doesn't want somebody because they're forced to be there. Virgos are critical enough on themselves. So a Virgo standing in a Queen of Wands energy is unstoppable. Unless you decide to carry your ego around. 10 of Wands, you have to release the attachment to this outcome. You have to release your attachment to time and to expectations. It is not a time to push. If the 4 of Wands is what you ultimately want, then the 4 of Pentacles, realizing there is a time to hold on and stay steady and carry being able to hold back on the desires, the need to know, the need for an answer. If you could hold yourself back from that, then this will all move in the direction that you hope. Underneath the 7 of Swords is the new moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. High Priestess. There's a knowing. Maybe there's a knowing deep within you that this person or this opportunity is going to come. And yet outside forces, outside energy is pointing out all the reasons why it might not. Are you going to believe your head, your logic, all the things that could go wrong, all the things that Saturn can talk you out of? Or are you going to listen to your higher self, that knowing that you're okay. And you know what? You're going to be okay either way. Because when you can fully trust in the universe and let go, even rejection is a form of protection. You've chosen your path. And so even if this particular Knight in Pentacles energy decides to walk away, it doesn't mean another one will not come along, the right one on the right vibration. You simply have to believe it's going to happen for you and leave the details to the universe. Nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon, meaning you have got to allow flexibility. This is letting go of that need for control, that need for an answer. Be open and flexible and let it flow to you. Meditate and contemplate over To the Sea, card number 7, meaning this might be a deep dive. Your need for answers, you're being provoked so much by other people, is a calling for you to understand yourself on a subconscious level, and to understand other people as well. You know, I mean, let's take a moment to recognize the changes that 2020 has brought. And September, October, and November are extremely turbulent times. So you have the sun on your side opposing Neptune, giving you this force of, I'm going to overcome, kind of like this energy of let's move, now is the time. And yet you may have to respect that not everyone is on that path right now. Some people are frightened. Some people are just not ready emotionally yet to take the plunge. And you have to learn that that's okay. Mutable moon over unfinished symphony. Now is the time to get those things done that you haven't finished yet, to resolve the old issues in past relationships that still provoke you. If there is clutter in your home, clear it out. If there is clutter in your office, clear it out. Do the filing, balance the checkbook, do those little things. They are blocking your energy. They are blocking things from coming to you. Focus on the things you can do and allow the universe to take care of the rest. Remember, you are planting the seeds right now for a harvest. You are still planting seeds. Do not allow your expectations to stunt their growth. All right, Virgo, really amazing reading. It looks like it's going to be a fantastic month for you if you could allow, some of these spiritual lessons. I don't by any means want to make it sound like it will be easy, but I think with the planets kind of on your side, you will overcome this. You will balance yourself out. You will have the ability to surrender. And I think the divine is going to be talking to you and guiding you along the entire way. All right. I hope September is wonderful, and I will be talking to you again in October. Bye, Virgo.